It's that time again, and Steam's serving up another round of ridiculous discounts. And I've dug through the pile to find games that are actually worth your time. Whether you're on a full-time gaming rig or lounging with your Steam Deck, this list has something for everyone. So grab a brew, top up your balance, and let's dive straight in. Starting with a game that's equal parts heartwarming, eerie, and unforgettable. Beacon Pines looks like a cute storybook adventure, but don't be fooled. Beneath the cozy art and talking animals is a surprisingly dark, emotional mystery. You play as Luca, exploring the town of Beacon Pines, using magical charms to rewrite keywords in the story, literally changing how events unfold. It's a clever narrative hook that blends branching paths with emotional storytelling, and every other choice carries real weight. The handcrafted illustrations and warm narration feel straight out of a children's book, but the themes cut deep: loneliness, trust, and growing up in uncertain times. If you enjoy narrative games like Night in the Woods or Oxenfree, this one's a hidden gem that rewards curiosity and is currently just £5.02 or your regional equivalent, a 70% discount, and is on sale until November 12th. Again, this really is a gem. From the collapse of humanity to the quiet hum of machines, our next stop trades pain for precision. Haiku the Robot takes classic Metroidvania structure and wraps it up in a world of rusting machines and forgotten circuits. You play as a small robot exploring the ruins of a mechanical civilization, uncovering secrets, upgrades, and a story of what went wrong. It's fast, fluid, and beautifully animated, the kind of pixel art that feels alive thanks to its expressive emotion and subtle lighting. The combat is simple but satisfying, relying on quick reflexes and exploration rather than endless grinding. There's also a great sense of atmosphere here. Each area feels distinct, from the derelict factories to the humming power cores. Haiku's charm lies in its melancholy tone. It's quiet, curious, and full of personality, despite minimal dialogue. Perfect for fans of Hollow Knight or Ori, this is one of the indie platformers that proves small-scale worlds can still feel massive, and is currently 66% off, costing just £5.94 or your currency's equivalent. This is a must-buy. This sale ends on November 17th. After solving small-town mysteries, let's move to a world where survival means making choices that hurt deeply. This War of Mine flips the perspective on war entirely. Instead of playing as soldiers, you control civilians trying to survive the chaos, scavenging, crafting, and making impossible choices to keep your group alive. The Final Cut edition brings the original experience together with all story scenarios and full visual remaster, making it the definitive version. It's a bleak, sobering look at conflict, but that's what makes it powerful. Every decision feels heavy. Do you share the food or keep it for tomorrow? Do you help a neighbour or protect your own? The game doesn't reward heroics, it tests your empathy. The soundtrack and artwork reinforce that somber mood, creating something that's hard to forget once you've played it. And in regards to emotional storytelling, is one of the most important indie titles ever released, and is an absolute steal. Currently 90% off, setting you back just £1.67 for well over 30 hours of gripping content. An absolute bargain. This sale ends on November 8th. Now moving on from exploring the mechanical ruins of silence, it's time to turn the volume way up. Literally. Killer Frequency turns you into a late-night radio DJ in the 80s. But instead of taking song requests, you're taking calls from people being hunted by a serial killer. The whole game unfolds from your booth, where you juggle mixing tracks, answering phones, and trying to guide callers to safety through tense real-time puzzles. The voice acting and atmosphere sell it completely. It's funny, tense, and unpredictable, like a mix between Firewatch and a slasher movie. Every decision changes who makes it through the night, and the synthwave soundtrack keeps the adrenaline high. It's a clever use of limited space and dialogue-driven gameplay that never feels static. For players who enjoy immersive storytelling or radio drama vibes, this is a really unique game that deserves more credit, and there's no better time to pick it up whilst it's £4.19 or your country's equivalent, an 80% discount. The game may only take 6 hours or so to complete, but it's an absolute blast, and this sale ends on November 12th. As we step away from serial killers, let's rewind to the roots of stealth and survival horror. Controversial? Absolutely. But Rockstar's Manhunt still stands alone as one of the boldest stealth horror experiments of its era. You play as a death row inmate, forced into a sadistic snuff film, surviving by sneaking, improvising, and taking out enemies in brutal close quarters combat. Beneath the shock value, though, is an incredibly tense stealth experience that rewards patience and cunning. It's dark, oppressive, and intentionally uncomfortable, but that's the point. It pushes players into a constant state of unease. The gritty audio, distorted camera filters, and lo-fi realism give it a cult classic edge. On modern systems, it's a time capsule of early 2000s risk-taking, when developers weren't afraid to challenge comfort zones. It's definitely not for everyone, but for fans of stealth with a psychological twist, or just anyone curious about gaming history, Manhunt remains disturbingly effective and delightfully cheap, at just £2.09 or your regional equivalent, gaming history at 65% off. You can't say no. This sale ends on November 10th. After all that chaos, it's time to clean up. Literally. Serial Cleaner flips the crime genre on its head. You're not committing the murders, you're cleaning them up. Set in the groovy 1970s, you play as a professional crime scene cleaner who sneaks into police investigations to mop up blood, hide bodies, and get out unseen. It's stealth meets slapstick, with stylish art and funky jazz backing every run. The game's real charm is its tone, morbid but playful, making even a failed attempts entertaining. You'll plan routes, distract cops, and improvise with the environment to keep your cool. It's simple to pick up, but tricky to master, especially as levels get more complex. Think Hotline Miami, but instead of shooting, by vacuuming up evidence. If you enjoy quirky indie concepts with tight gameplay loops and a dash of dark humour, Serial Cleaner delivers one of the slickest stealth spins in recent years, and it's 75% off, setting you back just £2.99 or your currency's equivalent. It's got to be picked up. This sale ends on November 12th. After mopping up that mess, let's rise above it all and drift into the clouds. Moonstone Island is part farming sim, part creature collecting RPG, and part life sim. But somehow, it all works together beautifully. You move to a floating island to train spirits, brew potions, and build a new life across a world of hundreds of sky islands. Exploration is key, whether you're taming new creatures or customizing your home with cozy upgrades. Its watercolor aesthetic and laid-back tone makes it feel welcoming, but there's depth underneath. Deck building combat, crafting systems, and relationship building that all feed into one another. It's ideal for players who love games like Stardew Valley, but want something a bit more magic and adventure. And on Steam Deck, it's the perfect pickup and wonder game that fits almost any mood. It's charming, replayable, creative, and cozy. It rewards patience and curiosity. And at just £6.70 or your country's equivalent, with well over 30 hours of gameplay, it's a steal. This sale ends on November 9th. Dropping down from the clouds, it's time to meet a family that fights corruption together. Children of Morta is a family-driven action RPG where lineage matters as much as loot. You control the Bergsons, a household of heroes who defend their land from spreading corruption. Each family member fights differently, from swift daggers to mystical spells, and learning to balance their strengths becomes part of the journey. But what sets it apart is its storytelling. Moments between dungeon runs focuses on family, sacrifice, and unity, told through stunning pixel art and warm narration. The roguelike structure means each attempt feels fresh, but the emotional through line keeps it grounded. It's not about faceless heroes, it's about people trying to hold together through darkness. With its heartfelt tone and excellent co-op play, Children of Morta stands alone as one of the most moving and beautifully crafted roguelites of its generation. And best of all, it's 88% off at just £2.21 or your region's equivalent, and you can easily push 20 hours out of it just for a single playthrough. This sale ends on November 17th. Now moving on from exploring the mechanical ruins of silence, it's time to turn the volume way up, literally. Killer Frequency turns you into a late night radio DJ in the 80s, but instead of taking song requests, you're taking calls from people being hunted by a serial killer. The whole game unfolds from your booth, where you juggle mixing tracks, answering phones, and trying to guide callers to safety through tense real-time puzzles. The voice acting and atmosphere sell it completely. It's funny, tense, and unpredictable, like a mix between Firewatch and a slasher movie. Every decision changes who makes it through the night, and the synthwave soundtrack keeps the adrenaline high. It's a clever use of limited space and dialogue-driven gameplay that never feels static. For players who enjoy immersive storytelling or radio drama vibes, this is a really unique game that deserves more credit, and there's no better time to pick it up whilst it's £4.19 or your country's equivalent, an 80% discount. The game may only take 6 hours or so to complete, but it's an absolute blast, and this sale ends on November 12th. Transitioning away from all that turn-based madness, let's pick up the pace. Time to shoot, dodge, and explore. Minishootin Adventure combines twin-stick shooting with the structure of a Zelda-like world, and somehow makes the blend feel completely natural. You will explore interconnected areas, upgrade your ship, and fight bullet-hell bosses, all while uncovering secrets hidden across the maps. It's colourful, fast-paced, and beautifully balanced between action and exploration. Every ability you unlock changes how you traverse the world, rewarding curiosity and mastery equally. The combat feels crisp, almost rhythmic, and the soundtrack keeps things moving without overwhelming the quiet moments of discovery. It's one of those rare indie projects where every mechanic clicks into place, creating a sense of flow that's hard to break. On the Steam Deck, it runs perfectly. A perfect fit. Compact, challenging, and endlessly rewarding to explore, and all for a 40% discount costing just £7.67 or your country's equivalent, and this sale ends on November 10th. And finally, let's close on a tale of courage, steel, and fur. One last fight for the throne. Tales of Iron looks like a storybook, but plays like a brutal, hand-drawn action RPG. You play as Redgi, heir to the Rat Kingdom, ravaged by war against invading frogs. The combat is methodical and punishing, clearly inspired by the Souls series, but layered with satisfying weight and precision. Every parry, dodge, and strike matters, and upgrading your armor or weapons feels tangible. The narration by Doug Cockle, Geralt from The Witcher, gives the game an almost fairy tale quality, balancing the grim tone with dry gravitas. The art is stunning, every frame looks illustrated, every animation deliberate. It's challenging but fair, and rewards players who learn rather than rush. If you're after something that feels handcrafted yet tough as nails, Tales of Iron delivers a unique blend of charm and grit that stands out in the crowded action RPG space. And honestly, it's excellent. And currently 92% off, costing just £1.86 or your country's equivalent. You'd be mad not to pick it up. This sale ends on November 10th. And that wraps up this week's Steam sale highlights. 11 titles that prove the best deals aren't always the biggest names. From emotional storytelling and strategy epics to tight indies built with real craft, there's something here for every kind of player. If any of these caught your eye, drop it in the comments, or if you discovered a hidden gem we've missed, those recommendations help everyone find their next obsession. And if you're watching on the deck, let me know which one runs best on the go. Hit like if you found something new, and make sure you're subscribed so you never miss the next sale sweep. Until then, Thanks for watching, stay gaming, I'll see you around.